Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel again. This is Casey, and today I will be telling you about my long LSAT journey. So my LSAT journey started in 2018, right after I graduated from grad school, because I felt that when I first graduated from undergrad that I was not ready to start law school at all. So after I graduated, I felt that I was ready, I was competent, I was ready to go to law school. I was never a great standardized test taker at all. So I've taken the GRE before. I did not study and I did okay. I wouldn't say I'm some genius and I got like the best score on earth. I didn't. I got 7 points below the score I needed in order to get into grad school. But when I took the LSAT, I thought I could do the same exact thing and not study and just get a decent score and just be able to get in somewhere. I was definitely wrong about that. I am going to be very honest about my LSAT scores and how many times I took it. So the first time I took the LSAT was in, I think, June of 2018. And that day was one of the worst days of my life because I took the LSAT in Montgomery, Alabama, and it was supposed to start at 12:30. I left my house at 8:30 in the morning knowing that Alabama was an hour behind because I did not need any problems with traffic or anything like that. Ultimately, I was stuck in traffic. And when I checked the GPS, it was around 8:30 Alabama time. And the GPS said I would not get to Montgomery until 12:45 p.m. I automatically started panicking. I was like, my heart was beating out my chest. I was scared. I was like, here we go again. This is not meant for me to do. This is my first time taking it, and I'm about to bomb this test because I'm literally psyching out. I am only an hour away from Montgomery, but now it's going to take like 3 to 4 hours to get there because of a horrible standstill traffic. So I did some crazy things that day. So I was in the left lane on the highway because it was like a 4-lane highway, but it was 2 lanes on going south. So I was able to get in the grass on the left-hand side since I was in the left lane, and I backed up my car. The grass was high too. I backed up my car far enough to where I could turn around on you know how they had those emergency dirt roads in the middle of the median on the highway? I got on that median. I sure did. And where I was, I literally had to go to Tuskegee and go through Tuskegee back roads just to get to Montgomery. And by the time I got to Montgomery, I did not get there till about 11:45. The test starts at 12:30. I didn't get a chance to go to eat. I didn't have a chance to think. I was literally razzled at this point. The accident situation on the highway was so bad to the point where we had to start the LSAT about 45 minutes late because people were calling into LSAC and calling saying that there was an accident and that they weren't going to make it. So we literally had to wait. And it was just not a good day for everyone because people were worried that they weren't going to make it. They were going to start the test without them and all that. But we pushed through and we took it, but I already knew. I already didn't study. I'm already razzled. I already knew that this test was not going to be what I thought it was. And it definitely reflected in my score that day. So I made a 134. Yes. I made a 134 in the LSAT that day. But I blamed it on the whole accident situation. So I was like, I'm going to give myself a pass. We're going to let this go. I should have canceled my score that day. That's what I should have done. I should have canceled my score, but I didn't. If I could go back, I would have canceled it. But I decided to move forward from that. And I was like, okay, we're going to take this test again. So the next time I took the LSAT, let me check my phone. Yes, I took it in January of 2019. That was the second time I took the LSAT. And I actually can say I studied, but I don't think I studied effectively because once I took that test again, guess what I made? The wonderful 134 once again. At this point, I'm like, dude, what am I doing wrong? Maybe I'm just not meant to be a lawyer because there's no way I just took this test twice. I can understand the first time not going well, but the second time, the same exact score? Are you serious? I was so blown. Like, I was blown, but at the same time, I was like, but did I really study like I should have? Because I was putting in the hours, but you know how you study, but you're not really taking in the information? That's where I went wrong. But at the same time, during this time frame, I am busy getting my business degree. And I just got a full-time job at the time. I literally was about to start a new job. So I decided to study for the LSAT again. And I said I was going to give myself more time. So the next time I took my test, my LSAT, was in June of 2020. And I was going to take it earlier than that, but then, COVID, all the tests were postponed. So I was like, okay, maybe this is a sign that, this is your moment to put in all you have. So when I took the LSAT, which is the LSAT Flex, I got 142. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Improvement. Oh my God, improvement. But at the same time, I couldn't get in any school with a 142. So making the 142 actually gave me the boost in confidence I needed because going from a 134 to a 142 is a good improvement. So I was like, okay, I'm doing a little better. I graduated from business school. So I'm like, okay, I literally have nothing on my plate but going to work, which is fine. So one of my coworkers, she got into law school and I was asking her about her journey, what she was doing, all that. And she was like, I use PowerScore. I was like, oh, I've never used PowerScore. I was using Kaplan. Yeah, I think I was using Kaplan, the big, large Kaplan books that I got from Books A Million. And I was using Khan Academy through LSAC. So she said, okay, you can borrow my books and see how they work for you. Y'all, those PowerScore books are one of the best books you can use to study for the LSAT. Like, it's not about how smart you are. It's literally, the LSAT is literally about, can you recognize certain questions and do you know which answer is the correct answer? So once I learned question structures and all that, nobody could tell me anything. So the my last and final time I took the LSAT was in November of 2021. And I got 150. Oh, I was so excited. I was like, oh my goodness. A 150? Going from a 134 to a 150 over time is significant, given that I started basically from a clean slate, doing all these methods, like not studying, all that. You really could not tell me anything then. It may not be a 165 or 179, but for me, knowing I'm horrible at standardized tests, it just gave me such a boost that day when I got my score back. So mind you, my undergraduate GPA was only a 2.51. So when your undergrad GPA is as low as mine, it is harder to get into law school because your LSAT score has to be so much higher. When your GPA is down here, you got to be up here, at least somewhat, because you can't be low right here and low with the LSAT. So you need that balance. So I applied for one law school in Atlanta. I thought my 150 was going to get me in, and they denied me, unfortunately. So My second option was to apply to law schools in Alabama, and thank the Lord, I got in. So I will be starting law school in the fall. I will be going on a part-time basis because sis has to work. Sis has bills. So that's my journey. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks, you guys. Bye.